So this is the review for Unit 7. So just a little warm up here. We're going to be graphing systems of equations. We're going to be using substitution and then eliminating using the process of elimination. So on the same equation, same systems of equations. Okay, so first, if we're doing graphing, things we need to make sure of, things we need, y is by itself. Okay, we identify slopes. We identify y-intercepts. And we label equations and the point that is our solution. Okay, so I'm going to do this by using different colors. So my first equation is number 1. My second one is number 2. So for number 1, y is not by itself. So I'm going to do the work over here for number 1, get y by itself. Okay, that means I move the x term. And I get negative y equals 4 minus 2x. We're going to put a little 1 in front because we need to get rid of that negative 1. And we divide negative 1 for each term. Y equals negative 4 plus 2x. My slope for this particular equation is the number in front of x is 2. My y-intercept is negative 4. Now, I need rise over run, so I'm going to divide by 1. Okay, so at negative 4 is my y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down 4. And there's my y-intercept for this first equation. And then I'm going to make the move to go up 2 and right 1 to make a point. Up 2, right 1, make a point. Up 2, right 1, make a point. Up 2, right 1. And you keep going, and you'll create your first line. You'll create the first line for the first equation. Now, I did say label the equation. This is number 1. This is a quick and easy way to say you give it another name. You don't have to write the whole thing out. If you do want to write the whole thing out, you could write 2x. This is 2x minus y equals 4. Or you could write what you ended up with down here. Y equals negative 4 plus 2x. So the top one is in standard form. The second one is in slope-intercept form. My second equation is 3x minus y equals 2. I'm solving for y, so I move the x term away from y. I get negative y. I'm going to put a 1 in front, equals 2 minus 3x. Divide both sides by negative 1. And I get y equals negative 2 plus, we're going to keep it in fraction form, 3 over 1x. Okay? Now, my slope is 3 over 1. Y-intercept is negative 2, so I go up 3, right 1. So at negative 2, I go up 3, right 1. Up 3, right 1. Oh, didn't go right 1 enough. So up 3, right 1. Up 3, right 1. Down 3, left 1. Down 3, left 1. Okay? So you can't see it, but eventually, you can't see it almost, but eventually they connect right down there. And a little bit messy, but there's my solution here. There's my solution. And I might be off a little bit, but it looks like it's at, I can't quite see it. But we're going to check what this looks like algebraically. Now, if I was going to use substitution, I need one variable by itself. Okay, so I'm going to choose 2x minus y equals 4. And we're just going to get some practice with solving for y here. We get negative 1y equals 4 minus 2x. Divide both sides by negative 1. And I get y equals negative 4 plus 2x. So I have, at this point, one equation with the y by itself. So I'm going to rewrite that equation. I have y equals, I'm going to write the 2x first, 2x minus 4. For my second equation, it just remains the same for this process we called substitution. And if you notice, I put a 1 in front. Now, what are we going to do when we substitute? We're going to substitute this into the y value of the second equation, the y term of the second equation. So I have 3x minus 1 parentheses 2x minus 4 equals 4. No, equals 2. Equals 2. Equals 2. Be careful and cautious here. Okay? So distribute. I don't do anything to the 3x. 3x minus 2x plus 4 equals 2. 3x minus 2x is x. 1x. Plus 4 comes down, equals 2 comes down. And then we're going to, let me make this a little bit smaller. And then we're going to subtract 4 on both sides. And I get 1x equals negative 2. So x is negative 2. If I divide, x is negative 2. All right. So I know what x is, so now I just need to find what y is. Y equals 2x minus 4. So y equals 2 times negative 2 minus 4. This equals negative 4 minus 4 equals negative 8. So my solution by substitution, my solution or my intersection is negative 2 comma negative 8. So we couldn't quite see that above because we couldn't continue past the other line. But let's check by elimination. Let's check the same thing by elimination. So how do we use elimination? We need, what do we need for elimination? We need standard form, so x and y on the same side. We need coefficients to be the same, coefficients to be same, but coefficients to be opposite. Okay, so coefficients that look like they're the same, if I rewrite this, I have 2x minus 1y equals 4, and 3x minus 1y equals 2. So my y terms have coefficients that are the same, but in order for me to make this work, in order for them to be opposites, I have to multiply by a negative 1. When I do that, the top portion stays the same. 2x minus 1y equals 4. Negative 3x plus 1y equals negative 2. So now we're in a situation where they're the same. So I get negative 1x, this goes away, equals positive 2, divide both sides by negative 1, and x equals negative 2. Now all I need is y. So 2x minus y equals 4. I know that x is negative 2 minus y equals 4. This is negative 4 minus y equals 4. I'm going to put a 1 in front of there. Add 4 to both sides. And I get negative 1y equals 8. Divide both sides by negative 1. And y equals negative 8. So my solution is, or my intersection is negative 2 and negative 8. So what you just did is solved for a solution in 3 different ways. for the same system. Graphically, substitution, but you still get the same answer. So there's multiple methods to solving for solutions here. All right. So the next portion is the review. That's going to be a separate video.